Hello YouTube. So in my last video, I showed you how to do the world's easiest psychokinesis trick, the old bend the fork with your mind gag. Um, and this kind of gave me the idea of doing a series of videos about incredibly simple magic tricks that you can learn in a single viewing of my videos that require virtually no practice, but have plenty of room for improvisation and fun things like that. I've seen a lot of how to do a magic trick videos on YouTube before, and a lot of them they require, gag decks or folded cards or props or plants in the audience, or even hours of sleight of hand practice in front of a mirror. And that really isn't what you want. What you want is just a nice simple trick that takes 2 seconds to learn and memorize, and that has plenty of room just for your own touch, not as a matter of skill, but just as a matter of theatrics. So this is going to be a card trick where by the time this video is over, you will know how to present the top card off of a deck to somebody, and then by any method you want, you will tell them what that card is. So the way this trick works is, imagine that you are at a party somewhere and you just spot a deck of cards on a table, on a shelf, in another room, just anywhere. So you just go over to that deck, that ordinary, non-trick, non-gag, 99-cent pack of 52 bicycle cards, and you just glance at the top card. And just don't make sure that no one sees you doing that. Just look at it, and then take the deck of cards and then just work yourself back into the party. And then, sort of as you're working yourself back into this party, make sure that you at least give the others the impression that you are shuffling the cards. That way, to just your casual observer, somebody thinks that you are really genuinely randomizing these cards with the intention of playing a card game, maybe a drinking game or something. But what you're really doing is this kind of trick shuffle, where the top card, the card that you have memorized already, remains on top, but the rest of the cards look like they're being shuffled. Now, you might think that this would be easy to see through, but actually, to the casual observer, this effect is very, very easy to replicate. If you're not looking for it, if you're not trained to spot magic tricks, you can be fooled by this effect very easily. I mean, look, even if I don't shuffle at all and just cut over and over again, it kind of looks like I'm shuffling the cards, right? But I'm not. I'm just cutting them without even moving them, like that. But from the side, to your casual observer, it looks like I'm just shuffling the cards. But of course, you want your shuffle to be a bit more convincing than that, so just kind of, work these bottom two stacks of cards together, and that is the only complicated hand movement that is required of you, and it takes about 5 to 10 seconds to learn how to do it very convincingly to your average untrained eye. And then, after that, the trick is yours. You go up to your friend Sam while you're shuffling, you suddenly stop shuffling, and you flash from the top card, you say, Sam, look at this card, memorize it, don't show it to me, don't tell me what it is. And then you, whatever you like. You can put the card back on top, give the deck to Sam, and say, Sam, take this deck, shuffle it, and then you could possibly just flip through the deck one card at a time until you find his card, and then you point at it, it'll be in here somewhere, and then you just say, there's your card, I found it, and then everybody is impressed. But of course, that's not hard. You just look through the deck until you find the card that you have memorized already, because that's the card that you showed them. My personal favorite method of delivery is, you give your deck to Sam after he sees the card. Then you say, hey, Sam, go tell Joe what the card was that I showed you. And then Sam goes and tells Joe. And then you go over to Joe, and you lay the hand on top of Joe's head, and you just kind of close your eyes, and I'm psychically gathering 3 of clubs. How did he do that? And that actually is my favorite method of delivery, because, suppose that the person that you tell, that you show the card to is, he's a jackass or something. So when he goes and he tells Joe a different card. So, you go over to Joe because Sam thinks that Joe is your plant. Sam thinks Joe is your accomplice, and he thinks that Joe is going to whisper you the card. So he tells Joe the wrong card, hoping that he'll whisper you the wrong card, but then you go and tell Sam the right card. Basically, that version of the trick, in my opinion, is foolproof. So, this is a trick that you hopefully will have down pat after one viewing of the video. It's incredibly simple. It requires basically no practice of any kind on your part, but there's plenty of room for drama and improvisation and theater, which is what magic is really about. So, go grab a deck of cards, go impress your friends.